Hello everyone, welcome to H&S Automotive and thank you for taking an interest in this 2017 Mazda 3. So in this video we'll do a walkthrough of this vehicle. I'll point out any imperfections the vehicle has and then we'll also go over some of the major features and functions of this vehicle. Now before we get started, we would like to point out that we purchased this vehicle from an insurance company. This vehicle had some front end damage. It had actually hit a deer. So basically hit the deer, broke the grille in the front, the bumper, and then the hood also needed to be replaced. And then this driver's side fender also had some damage. So because of the deer, all these parts in the front have been replaced. I believe the headlights are also brand new. We just went ahead, basically what happens is the little brackets on them break. So brand new headlights, brand new bumper cover, hood, grille, and all that stuff. So that has been replaced. Now with that being said, this vehicle does still have a clear Wisconsin title, so it's not a salvage or rebuilt or anything like that. And then this vehicle did not have any structural damage, so the frame wasn't twisted or anything like that. Typically a deer is not gonna cause structural damage on a vehicle. So the structural portion of the vehicle is still intact, but just the cosmetic portion in the front has been replaced. Now with that out of the way, we'll get started with our video walkthrough. At first, I'll just kind of walk around the vehicle, give you guys a general overview, and then after that, we will dive in a little bit deeper. So here we are on the driver's side. Here we are coming towards the rear. And here we are on the passenger side. All right. So from here, we'll take a closer look at the front end. Now, like I said, the parts in the front are new, so we're not going to find any rock chips or anything like that. And then, so these were painted by a professional body shop, as you can see, nice and shiny. So no issues there. So the front is going to be in basically immaculate condition. Same goes for the headlights, brand new headlights, as you guys can see, nice and clear. And then same thing on the hood. Now, we did test drive this vehicle, so there are a little bit of bug splatters and all that stuff. But other than that, hood is in good condition as well. Coming around towards the driver's side, take a look at the driver's side fender. Now, like I said, this is one of the fenders that we did replace, so this fender was repainted. But as you can see, very nice install. All the panel gaps nice, line up nicely. And then taking a look at the tires. Vehicle has some very, very good tires on the, basically all around. It's got some Goodyear all seasons on here. Plenty of tread left for many more miles to come. And then the rims are also in very good condition. And then taking a look at the driver's door. Now, like I said, I'm just going to be pointing out any imperfections that I see. So if I'm just kind of nitpicking, that is why. I do see a slight dent right over here. Nothing major. It is showing up on the phone or on the camera a lot more than in person, but it is there. And then taking a look at the rear driver's door. Don't see any dents or scratches. Taking a look at the rocker panels. Nice and clean, no rust. And then taking a look at the rear quarter panel. Same story here, no rust, bubbles, or anything like that. It's a 2017, so we're not gonna find any rust on here, hopefully not. So like I said, Goodyear's all around, plenty of tread left for many more miles to come. So I'm assuming the previous owner had just replaced the tires before they hit the deer, so that's unfortunate. And then coming around towards the back, taking a look at the rear bumper cover. Looking for any scrape marks, typically on the corners. This is just a leak. And then I guess a small little scuff mark right over here. Nothing crazy, but it is there. And then taking a look at the trunk lid. Trunk lid seems to be in good condition. Just a little bit of light scratching. Nothing that can't be buffed out, but typically people put their belongings up on the trunk lid, and then once they pick them up, it leads to small little swirl marks. But trunk is in good condition as well. Now this vehicle is the Sky Active, so it's got the Sky Active engine, gets very good gas mileage. And then coming around towards the passenger side, taking a look at the passenger side quarter panel. Like I said, no rust issues or anything like that. I guess two small little dents, one over here. I guess that's, and then one right over here. So two dents on the passenger side quarter panel, and then matching tires on the passenger side as well. And then taking a look at the two doors, seems to be in very good condition. As you guys can see, the paint on this vehicle is in very good condition, nice and reflective, almost a mirror finish. And then coming around towards the passenger side fender, in very good condition. Don't see any dents or scratches or anything like that. All right, so from here we will check out the interior. This vehicle does have a keyless entry, so it's got the smart key. And then taking a look at the interior, starting with the driver's door, we do have power windows as well as power door locks, and then power mirrors as well. And then just an overview of the interior. We'll climb inside. All right, so from here we'll start the vehicle up. Just foot on the brake, and then just to push to start right over here. Put my seatbelt on so it stops beeping at us. Alrighty guys, now that we've got the vehicle started up, we'll take a look at the instrument cluster. Taking a look at the RPM gauge, we got a digital RPM gauge right over there, and then right below it we see that this vehicle has 96,000 miles on the odometer. Engine idles nice and smooth, there's no odd noises or vibrations. And then just taking a look at some of the lights. Now this blue light that we see right over here, that just means the engine is cold at the moment. So once the engine warms up, that goes away. There's no analog gauge that shows the engine temperature, so it's just a little light. And then that just basically means the other headlight emoji basically means that the headlights are on. But other than that, there are no check engine lights, no transmission lights, none of that stuff. So great running and driving vehicle. And then right over here we just have our fuel range, the temperature, and then the gas gauge right over there. All right, so zooming out, taking a look at the steering wheel, we do have some steering wheel mounted controls. On the right side of the steering wheel we have our cruise controls for the vehicle. So to turn it on or off is just this little toggle switch right over here, and then to accelerate or decelerate is just this button right there. On the left side we have our audio controls for the vehicle. So to skip tracks or rewind or to adjust the volume can just be done right from the steering wheel. And you can also answer or disconnect the phone right from the steering wheel as well. So got all those creature comforts. Right behind the steering wheel we have our turn signal stalk right there, and then our wiper operation is on this side. All right, so from here we're just going to get an overview of the dashboard. As you guys can see, nice and clean, no rips or tears or anything like that. We do have a nice little infotainment screen right in the middle, and the controls for that is this little dial right over here. So basically we can operate the screen right from this dial. So just kind of moving down, we have our climate control vents right over here, and got our hazard switch right in the middle. And then our climate controls are right over here. So very self-explanatory. We got our temperature control right over here, and then the fan control is just this, and then our vent control is this little knob right over here. So very self-explanatory, nothing too complicated there. And we have plenty of storage right down here for the phone or the wallet or anything like that. And then as you guys can see, we got a normal automatic transmission, but we do have the option to shift manually as well for some spirited driving. Go ahead and put this back. And then this vehicle does have a sport mode as well, so that can just be operated from right over here. Now we do have an electric parking brake right there, and then we touched on this a little bit before. So this little knob just basically controls the options up here. So to switch through tracks, or so we'll just kind of go into the entertainment portion of it. So you can select your audio sources and all that stuff. So it can all just be done from this knob right there. And if you want to go home, you basically click on the home, and then you find yourself right back here. To adjust the volume, it's just this little knob right over here. And then we got some cup holders right there. Nice little cover that goes right over them. And then additional storage right here. All right, so just kind of give you guys a general overview of the passenger seat, nice and clean. Alrighty guys, so from here we will check out the rear seating area. All right, here we have it. So this is the rear door. Once again, power windows right there. And then this is our rear seating area. We do have a little armrest that folds down, and it doubles as cup holders right back here as well. Go ahead and put this back. Climb inside. And plenty of room back here actually. Even though this is a compact sedan, There's plenty of interior room. And then this is our view from the rear. Nice and quiet place to be. Climb right back outside. All right, so as you guys can tell, the vehicle is currently running, but from here we'll take a closer look in the engine compartment. All right guys, so here we are in the engine compartment for the vehicle. So from here I'll just kind of be quiet for a second, let you guys take a listen. So as you guys can tell, nice and smooth running engine. There's no odd noises or vibrations. We have a 2.0 liter 4-cylinder made into a 5-speed automatic transmission. It's got the Sky Active technology, so basically gets very good gas mileage. And then no leaks, no odd noises or vibrations. As you can tell, nice and smooth running engine. So from here, we'll take a closer look at the undercarriage. All right guys, so as you can see, we've got this vehicle on the lift. So from here, we'll take a look at the undercarriage. I'll start from the front, work my way towards the back. Here, let me turn on my flashlight. Alrighty, starting with the suspension on the passenger side. So right over here, we've got the CV boot. As you can see, nice and intact. Now, if this was ripped or torn, we would see grease all over the place. But as you can see, it's nice and dry down here. Everything's properly mounted and secured. We've got the brake caliper right over here. The shock is right up here. And everything's working properly. And then coming around towards the driver's side, same story here. CV boot's nice and intact. Not ripped or torn. And then we got the lower control arm, calipers, and then the shocks right up there. And there's no odd noises or vibrations once going over bumps. So if there were, that would indicate something's going on in the suspension, but there's none of that stuff. Right up here is the engine and transmission. I'll try to see if we can get a peek from underneath. Let's move this apparatus out of the way. And we'll climb inside or under. So we got our subframe right over here. As you can see, it's still got the factory paint on it, so no corrosion issues or anything like that. Just kind of peeking up through the little opening that we have, trying to get a glimpse of the engine. But just to kind of point out to you guys that there's no leaks or anything like that. Now, if there were, we would obviously see some residue of oil right down here, but as you can see, it's nice and dry, so there's no issues there. And then here's a view of the driver's side suspension once again. Got our tie rod over here, got our pin in place, so everything is properly mounted and secured. So we've got a bunch of under shields in this vehicle, so great for aerodynamics. And then right over here we got the structural portion of the vehicle, so that just kind of runs the length of the vehicle right over here. But yeah, it's still got the factory coating on it, not rusted or corroded or anything like that. And right towards the middle, we got our exhaust that runs the length of the vehicle. And then one other thing we wanted to point out. So right over here, we got our rocker panels. So right down here, so no corrosion issues or anything like that. Basically, you would use this to jack the vehicle up, lift the vehicle up on traditional lifts. So that is still, so there's no corrosion issues or anything like that. Here's a better view of the driver's side. All right, just kind of moving our way towards the back, taking a look at the rear suspension. I just went through a puddle, so that's what that wetness is right there. But taking a look at the rear suspension. Now, like I said, we got electronic parking brakes. That's what this apparatus is on the caliper right there. Springs are nice and intact. The shocks are not leaking. And then same goes for the passenger side as well. Springs are intact, and then the shocks are nice and dry as well. So, and then here's so this is our lower control arm right over here. So as you can see, no corrosion issues or anything like that. And then here's our muffler and then dual exhaust on the vehicle. Try to make it sleek so you don't really see the exhaust pipes. And then here's a much better view of the tires on this vehicle. So as you can see, almost new, pretty much new. And then moving our way back towards the front, over here. And then here's the front passenger side. Alrighty. So that concludes our video walkthrough. If you guys have any other questions or concerns, please feel free to ask and we'll be happy to get those answered for you. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye-bye.